Hi everybody, Brent Jones NuHomeSource Realty. How are you? Let's do a Facebook Live about this crazy market. You're trying to buy a house in this crazy market. You're about to pull your hair out or jump off a bridge. Let's talk about three major sources of houses, two of which you're familiar with and one you're probably not. Let's talk about what we can do to increase the odds that you might actually get a house in this crazy market. First, click notifications, follow me, like this video, and leave a comment. In this crazy market, the most obvious thing that you would do would be to go online and look at houses, pre-existing houses. Go out, look at them, turn in an offer, and see what happens. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get beat out. I'm not going to disclose anything about buyers that I'm working with. Let me just tell you that you could be willing, depending on where the house is, overbid by $50,000 or more, asking for nothing. You're willing to pay for everything. Title policy, anything, everything. Either a full waiver of the, if it doesn't appraise, your right to terminate, or at least a partial waiver of your right to terminate. Again, asking for nothing, giving the seller a free lease back. If the seller can't be ready to move out at closing, give them a couple of weeks, give them a month, give them a couple of months, maybe all of that free. They can stay in the house for a month or two after you close, free of charge or for a very minimal charge, and you're still going to get beat out. It's ridiculous. It's insane. That's source number one. Here's source number two. New construction. And I like new construction. However, in some areas of the Metroplex, new construction is just as insane as the pre-existing market, where they're going to release lots, maybe a few a week, and you get to get on their invitation list, and they're going to send you an invitation to bid on their lots. And if you're fortunate enough to be selected, then they want you to give them a check for 50% of what they value the lot to be, plus $7,500, so $47,000 is what they want for you up front for a piece of dirt. And then they'll talk to you later about what you can build on that and when that would be available, and et cetera, et cetera. We're bidding, the market is so insane, we're bidding on pieces of dirt and willing to put down almost $50,000 for the right to be able to claim a piece of dirt. Now, it's not always that insane in all areas. In some areas, new construction is a real for real viable option, but in some areas, it's nutty. So those are two main groups that buyers are familiar with: pre-existing, looking online, and then new construction. Here's one that you're probably not aware of. It's called My Perfect Home Finder. Now, what is that? These are houses that are not on the market. These are pre-listed houses. Think about that. What if I could find you a third source of houses? Here's how it works. You tell me. Where would y'all like to be? Is there a subdivision that you want to be in? Is there a school district you want to be in? What would the house be like? How many bedrooms? 1 story, 2 story, big yard, no yard, pool, no pool. Whatever. The area, the subdivision, the school district. Obviously the price. Let me work my magic. I have ways of tapping into and finding homeowners that have been in that area for 3 to 5 years, 3, 5, 7 years. When somebody's been in their house that long, the itch to sell that house and go move and go do something else, the likelihood that they would be receptive would be relatively high, especially since they know that they could sell their house for a premium. Now, so I would find the house, I would go preview the house, I would talk to the seller, we're going to find out this is for real. If we were to bring them an offer, they would seriously entertain it. Then I would involve you, and then we would make an appointment to go with the seller and go look at the house. What are the advantages of this to both parties, to you and to the seller? The advantages to you is you're not going to be competing with 35 other offers. and having to overbid by $50,000 and still getting beat out. What would the advantage to the seller be? We're going to pay them every single penny that they would make if they were to list it. We're not interested in discounting their house at all. Whatever they would put it on the market for, that's what we're going to pay them. The advantage to them is they don't have to go through the hassle of listing their house. They just get to sell it. They don't have to schedule listings and be out of the house and showings and all that silly nonsense and get rid of them, put the kids up and put the dogs up and all that kind of stuff. They get top dollar. They get what they would get if they put it on the market, but with the convenience of not having to list it. It's a win for them. It's a win for you because it's a whole new world, a whole new database of sources of houses that you would not normally have access to. So, pre-existing, we know it's insane. New construction in a lot of areas is insane, but here's Perfect Home Finder, a third source of houses that you would not have access to otherwise. Contact me, let me work my magic. You tell me where you want to be, what the house would look like, etc., etc. Let me work my magic. Go contact homeowners in that area. Let me see who would be interested in selling. I'll do all the legwork. I'll make sure the house really would work for you and your family. I'll coordinate everything with the seller. We'll go see it, and then we could, if it fits, we'll turn in an offer, and here we go. So, Brent Jones NuHomeSource Realty, 214-649-4528. Call me about this, or I've been doing this for 32 years. If you even have any questions about real estate, I'm more than happy to help. No cost, no obligation. But think seriously about this Perfect Home Finder. It's another whole source of houses you wouldn't have access to otherwise. And in this ridiculous market, with as much trouble as there is out there trying to find houses, you need all the help you can get. You need another source besides just pre-existing and new construction. So happy to help. Brent Jones NuHomeSource Realty, 214-649-4528. Have a great day. Bye-bye.